Hey guys, welcome back. It's Mario Vegas and you are watching Tank Zone. Today we will continue the topic about armored warfare commander skills. This time commander of the day is Viktor Kirsanov. Viktor is an entry-level progression commander which can be unlocked during the BMD1 or BMP1 upgrade. Therefore, he is an easily obtainable command. Although the majority of Viktor's skills are intended for use in main battle tanks, Viktor is a kind of universal command and can be useful for those who like to use mechanized infantry as an important part of a vehicle's firepower and boost mechanized infantry stats as well. All that depends on Viktor's skills tree configuration. It is worth to mention that Viktor is the only commander who has mechanized infantry stats improving skills. And if we compare Viktor's skills as an entry commander with Philipp Holzklau, who is another entry-level main battle tank commander, then Viktor's skills are focused mainly on damage trading instead of protection. Of course, he has defensive skills as well that can improve module protection and conditional offensive skills that only activate when his vehicle hit points fall below 50%. He also has multiple skills that can increase damage against vehicle modules or crew members, or as mentioned before, boost crew and mechanized infantry stats. Disregarding the fact that the better main battle tank commander options available, I personally saw a lot of experienced players using Viktor on their progression and premium vehicles very successfully. Therefore, today I will offer you Viktor skill configuration for a main battle tank and a couple of configurations for mechanized infantry operations. So let's start. And let's start with Viktor's core skill, which increases reload speed by 7.69% up to 9.92% depending on commander's rank after receiving incoming damage. Its duration is 10 seconds and this skill can be activated once every 30 seconds. I would say it is very universal and useful skill which can be utilized by any vehicle type and literally by any gameplay style, because if you reload faster, then you are able to shoot faster. If you are lucky, you may be ready to engage before your opponent is. You can engage more actively. Your DPM increases, therefore you may earn potentially more points, experience, and so on and so on and so on. As the first configuration, I would like to offer one for those who would like to use Viktor on main battle tanks with intention to boost firepower, targeting, and opponent's module damage. Therefore, first two skills I should suggest to develop are 2 module damage improved by 6.3%, which will give you 12.6% module damage improvement very fast in progression. Then after go down and develop next 3 skills, 3 aim speed improved by 4% with 50% hit points or less. So these will boost your aiming speed by 12% if condition applies. And can be useful in situations when you receive quite a punishment and decide to retreat to perform fire support duties from medium or long range positions, therefore avoiding complete destruction of your vehicle and preserving team's active guns both at the same time. Of course, it will be useful in situations if you will decide to stay in a fast line of engagement as well. So, but let's move on. Next 4 skills I suggest to develop are spotting range increased by 8.8 meters, spotting range increased by 5 meters, module damage improved by 18.8%, and crew damage caused to enemies increased by 18.8%. So, and this will increase your spotting range by 13.8 meters. Module damage improvement will rise up to 31.4% in total. And enemy crew damage will increase by 18.8%. As the last 5 skills I suggest to develop overall accuracy while moving and the firing improvement by 4.76% with under 50% hit points. 2 maximum spread improved by 1.48%. Maximum spread improved by 4.21%, and chance of high precision shooting increased by 15%. That will improve your vehicle's accuracy by 7.17% and will crank it even higher up to 11.93% if your vehicle will have under 50 hit points. Plus, you will receive a cherry on the top of the cake in a form of high precision shooting increase by 15%. If you like, you can alternatively trade one maximum spread improvement by 1.48% for another module damage improvement by 6.3% instead, and crank enemy module damage improvement up to 37.7%. It depends on your preferences and should be based on your vehicle's targeting stock stats, right? So let's take a look at what we got in a total. During the first half with this setup, we increased module damage by 31.4% or 37.7% depending on configuration you choose. Enemy crew damage by 18.8%, spotting range by 13.8 meters, and aim speed by 12% with 50% hit points or less. And then the final part of configuration significantly improved the vehicle's accuracy and the chance of high precision shooting. Plus, fully trained Viktor will have reload speed increased by 9.92% after receiving incoming damage with duration 10 seconds. I am talking about core skills for this command. So, this would be my suggestion for main battle tank setup. Next setups I would like to suggest for those who enjoy mechanized infantry gameplay. Mechanized infantry is really something special. It's quite a unique feature for armored warfare, and it is very exciting if you try it. To be honest, I'm a bit hooked with the infantry gameplay. There even been some PvE matches when I intendedly used my mechanized infantry, mortar or anti-tank squad, approximately say around 70% of gameplay time, and gained quite alright points and experience. So it is real fun to use your mechanized infantry. But anyway, The next setup is solely for those who would like to boost mechanized infantry stats. All right, I will offer you 3 different configurations. One for those who prefer disembark infantry and keep fast-moving agile gameplay. One for those who disembark infantry, roll back and perform long-range sniping duties, and one for maximizing module and crew damages to get most of any of your mechanized infantry type, no matter which one you pick. So let's start with the simplest one. Setup for those who prefer disembark infantry and keep fast movement agile gameplay. If that applies to you, then as a first 2 skills I suggest to develop: module damage improved by 6.3% and straight away mechanized infantry stats improved by 1.5%. Then another 2 module damage improved by 6.3%. After that, you go up and develop mechanized infantry stats improved by 1.5%. Then mechanized infantry stats improved by 0.8%. And then mechanized infantry stats improved by 2.4%. Then crew and mechanized infantry stats improved by 1.5%, and then mechanized infantry stats improved by 0.8%, and mechanized infantry stats improved by 1.5%. At this point, you boosted your mechanized infantry stats by 10%. We will look at those stats after we will go through all 3 setups. With this setup, we are still left with the 4 skill points to use, and if you prefer disembark infantry and keep fast movement agile gameplay, then I suggest to use them on following skills. 3 acceleration in off-road environment improved by 4% with 50% hit points or less, and increased hull traverse speed by 3.5%. So finally, with this setup, you will increase mechanized infantry stats by 10%, crew stats by 1.5%, module damage by 18.9%, hull traverse speed by 3.5%, and acceleration in off-road environment improved by 12%, in total with 50% hit points or less. Plus reload speed increased by 9.92% after receiving incoming damage with duration 10 seconds as a core skill. In my opinion, module damage is an important component of any mechanized infantry setup, and I will explain its importance at the end. But now let's continue with the next setup for those who like to disembark infantry, roll back, and perform long-range sniping duties. So in this case, I suggest to use following setup: trading 2 module damage improved by 6.3%, 3 acceleration in off-road environment improved by 4% with 50% hit points or less, and increase hull traverse speed by 3.5% for following skills: 3 aim speed improved by 4% with 50% hit points or less, and chance of high precision shooting increased by 15%. Because with this setup, you will increase mechanized infantry stats again by 10%, crew stats by 1.5% as previously, module damage by 6.3%, aim speed improved by 12% with the percent hit points or less, and chance of high precision shooting increased by 15%, which should improve your long shots and allow you to aim fast when you hit points are less than 50%. Plus, reload speed increased by 9.92% as previously as a core skill. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me introduce you with my favorite and, in my opinion, most powerful and aggressive setup for mechanized infantry gameplay, for those who would like to maximize mechanized infantry benefits. As you can see, with this setup, you will increase mechanized infantry stats again by 10%, crew stats by 1.5%, and module damage by 37.7%, plus crew damage caused to enemies by 18.8%, and spotting range by 5 meters. Plus again, reload speed increased by 9.92% after receiving incoming damage with duration 10 seconds as a core skill. As you can see, emphasis in this setup is placed on module damage, and it is very important and useful boost which helps to get most of your mechanized infantry performance, no matter which type of infantry you pick, because it is highly beneficial if you are able to immobilize your opponent when it falls into your anti-tank ambush trap. Immobilization is a nightmare for any exposed tank, right? If we talk about mortar, then again, immobilize the opponent tank which is designated by you for mortar to target is a cherry picking. And finally, if we talk about sniper, sniper itself has an increased ability to destroy opponents' vehicles modules, but if it is spotted by your sniper, which makes it designated target and immobilized at the same time, then it is close to game over for that vehicle, especially if that vehicle is in open area or a road or whatever. You know what I mean? Now, as I promised, let's summarize and take a look what means 10% infantry stats increase for each of infantry types. And let's start with the anti-tank squad. So with any of the previous setups, each anti-tank trooper damage will increase by 17.5%, vision range by 25.5 meters, and camo factor by 6%, up to 66%, with a total damage increase by 70 if we combine 4 troopers damages from one salvo. Regarding mortar, damage increase is 48, vision range increase 17.5 meters, and the camo factor increase by 4%. Sniper stats will result in following: minuscule damage increased by 1.5, vision range increased by 40 meters, quite significantly, and quite significantly camo factor by 8%. So as you can see, Viktor can significantly improve your gameplay experience using mechanized infantry. My personal preferred setup is the last one, with emphasis on module damage. I love to immobilize opponents and play with the anti-tank squad and mortar in particular. However, if you want to be a valuable scout and play with mechanized infantry, I recommend you equip your vehicle with a sniper and probably pick setup for mobility to be able to shift your position fast. So, and therefore be a more difficult target for enemy fire. So, of course, Viktor has defensive tank skills as well, but if you want to boost your tank's protection, then I would suggest to pick, say, Philipp Holzklau instead, who has much better percentage boosts, or Rachel Kramer for close range brawlers. If you are interested in that, you can find both commander skill setups videos on Tank Zone channel. I left link in description. That would be all for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, smash the thumbs up button, hit the bell and subscribe. Thank you for watching and following Tank Zone. Have a wonderful day and see you next time.